everybody, my name is Stephanie and I'm a floater CSA with the Tuscarawas County Public Library. Welcome back to Reading Therapy with Stephanie. Today I have 5 teen books that I'm going to recommend for you guys. YA is one of my favorite genres to read and I'm really looking forward to sharing these books with you guys. Let's get started. First up I have Renegades by MARISSA MEYER, and this story follows a girl named Nova, and she really doesn't like the resident superheroes, the Renegades, because they did some stuff to her that is really not great. So this story follows her as she meets a renegade boy named Adrian, and things progress from there. So this is a really fun story. The world building in this is fantastic. It's really easy to believe that out there somewhere this city exists with superheroes, and I loved following these characters and getting to know them. So if superheroes are your thing, this is a great book for that. It is a trilogy and it's completed, so if you want to go ahead and just read all 3 of them, even better. But best superhero book that I think I've read in a long while, so you should definitely give this one a try. Next, I'm going to recommend a YA title that's a little bit older but still great, and that is East by Edith, and I believe it's Pato, but I could be wrong because I can't pronounce anything. But regardless, this story is fantastic. It's based on a fairy tale, which, give me a moment, I have to look at it. East of the Sun and West of the Moon is the fairy tale, and it's about this girl named Rose, and when she's born she has a very adventurous spirit which does not thrill her mother, who would rather that she stayed close to home. Then one day her sister falls ill and this magical bear appears and offers to save Rose's sister if Rose will go with him. So obviously Rose goes with the bear, and her story unfolds from there, and it's just wonderful and magical and everything I love in an adventure story. And it stands the test of time. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would definitely check out East. For my next recommendation, I'm gonna go with one that's a little bit different, and this is called Because You Love to Hate Me, and this is actually a compilation of short stories written by a bunch of different YA authors, and they were given their prompts for their stories from booktubers, which, if you don't know what booktubers are, they're people who have channels on YouTube and they talk about books, and it's wonderful. And so they got together a bunch of more well-known booktubers and they gave these prompts to these authors so that they could write stories about villains. And I don't think I really have to say anything else, because stories about villains are some of my favorite stories. I love to hear their backstories, and this collection in particular has a lot of really great stories. With short story collections, every once in a while I'll find that some of them are great and some of them really are not, but that really wasn't the case here. They were all pretty fantastic. So if that sounds interesting to you, you should definitely check out Because You Love to Hate Me. And it definitely helps break out a reading slump, because you can just read 1 or 2 stories and then put it down and then come back to it when you're ready. So definitely check this out if you're into that kind of thing. Next up, I'm going to recommend With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and this is the story of a young girl who is a teen mom, still in high school, but she loves to cook and it's her dream to become a chef. And so when she has the opportunity to take a cooking class, she takes that opportunity and learns how to deal with her responsibilities while also following her dreams. And this book takes place in Philadelphia, which is where I grew up, so I had some serious hardcore homesickness while I was listening to this one. But it's just so beautifully written. Elizabeth Acevedo is a wonderful writer. And I know I say that a lot, but her writing style is it's gorgeous and lyrical and just wonderful. And I really loved learning about a different side of my city that I didn't really see when I was growing up. So definitely recommend this. It will make you hungry. You're just gonna have to deal with that, but it's a wonderful book. You should definitely read it. And for my last recommendation today, I'm going to recommend The Archived by Victoria Schwab. And this is the story of Mackenzie, and she is a keeper, and she keeps histories from escaping. And I know that sounds vague and weird, but that's all I'm gonna say, because it's actually better to go into this book not knowing a whole lot. You're just gonna have to trust me. It's wonderful. The world building is great, the characters are fully fleshed out and believable, and you really want to root for them. And it's a fascinating story. Victoria Schwab actually started off as a poet. You can really tell it in her writing. Her writing really sucks you in and keeps you interested. So definitely give this one a try. It's one of my very favorites, and it's just really great. And like I said, you're gonna have to take my word for it, but at this point, don't you trust me? Okay, everybody, that is gonna do it for my YA recommendations. If you have any suggestions on genres or things that you would like me to recommend, just let me know and I'll do my best to recommend something that you will love. As always, may your books be many and your interruptions few. Bye, guys.